Welcome back to Make It Mental, everybody. Here you're looking at my Chinese knockoff that I have intentionally damaged because I want this truck to look like it's been used. It's been abused, even though I've only driven it probably 4 times. What I've done so far to get where I am is I've actually cut the back end off and I've flattened the other part of the back end off by removing this shit here. Like, for example, this used to lay somewhere up here. This used to lay somewhere up here. And that used to lay somewhere right there, except that wasn't all that nice. It looked almost as funky as that looks looking at it from the side, right? So I decided to square up the back end, which I thought was the most important because I want it to look like a real truck. And once I come to that conclusion, I wanted it to look like as if a person like you or me had a little extra money and we wanted to build a truck, a real truck, to go out into the desert and go racing, and maybe we had some sort of accident. So I started here, heating up different areas, pushing it with my fingers and using different things. It's hard to discern that, but I did use sharp edges to try and get some of these creases in there, but they didn't turn out all that well. Maybe I'll fine detail it with a paintbrush, I don't know. But I did finish it front to rear to just kind of complete the look, if you will. This truck is a total waste of money. I mean, I'd still buy this truck over something I saw in Walmart. Let me make that clear, right? So I made this. This is one piece of ABS plastic that I had left over. I just simply drilled some holes after cutting out the bed in the rear window, which is this shit here. Cooling fans right here, right? They sat in here, but they're all kind of funny shapes and sizes. They just didn't have any flow. So I just drilled it. I just eyeballed it. I started out one side and then down the other side. I'm going to leave this how it is, despite how uneven it sits, because I want this vehicle to look damaged, and I've intentionally damaged it. I don't want to straighten it out to try and fit this, even though this is a mirror image of that, right? Left side is the same as the right side. Maybe I'll put a spoiler on the back of there to make it look a little better. I intentionally put some damage right here. That turned out a little bit better. I think all I did was I creased it with my thumbnail, I think is all I did there. And I put a little bit of damage in this area here. I wanted to make it look like it did something. What I have to do now is I got to drill some holes for the rear body mounts. Maybe paint on some taillights and some headlights. I highly doubt that'll happen. But I cut out the side windows for airflow to the brushless motor and ESC that will eventually get into there. And I guess we got a spot here for fog lights if I happen to have some fog lights or some LEDs that will fit in there. I doubt it, but either way, I think probably not. What really fucked me up most though is this duplicolor paint. Nowhere on the can did it say textured. I assume just plain old white paint. It's going to lay down flat, meaning nice and flat like a mirror or a polished surface. But no, it's highly textured, as you can see. So I have no idea what I'm going to do with the front window as of right now. Maybe I'll just cut it out and glue in a piece of screen mesh from like a window in your house or apartment. Maybe I'll do that. I know I've seen some short course trucks and trophy trucks that have a similar type look. I might do something like that. I don't know. As of right now, I'm at a loss, so it's the last thing to get done. I think the next step in the evolutionary process is just to simply take this Christmas tree or parts tree and then cut all these ends off, cut all the bottom parts off, find the center point here, and make a roll cage that goes across, down, across, and down, and then have two pieces that come out and down somewhere back here, and maybe make a wing or something that sticks out and back. Maybe something that looks like that. I don't know. I'm just playing right here, and this is what you should do. You should sit here and you think about it, put things up there, take things off, and visualize what you want to accomplish. Granted, just keep in mind this is sitting way too high right now because I have not drilled the holes for the rear body mounts, so it's sitting too high. So there it is, a look so far on the Chinese knockoff being modified into a more realistic vehicle.